Andy is walking on a Moroccan street when one of her associates, Booker, comes to her and informs her that one of their old clients, an ex-CIA operative named Copley, has asked for their help. They meet with their other two associates, Joe and Nikki. They decided to meet with Copley. Copley briefs Andy and Booker about the mission, while Joe and Nikki covertly keep an eye on them. A group of girls has been kidnapped by some militia in South Sudan. They need to rescue them, as the U.S. forces can't get involved. They take the mission and arrive at the location. They take out some guards and enter the facility, but the place is empty. Suddenly, a group of soldiers comes into the room and shoots them dead. After making sure they are dead, they take a break, but soon Andy and her teammate start to heal as they are immortal. They then wake up and take out all the soldiers. Andy understands that it is a decoy orchestrated by Copley. Copley, watching all this, is astonished. They bury their things and plans to take out Copley, as their secret must remain hidden. In Afghanistan, U.S. Marines are searching for a man. Niall, one of the soldiers, is leading the mission. She engages with the man and is forced to shoot. She tries to save him, as the man is wanted alive, but the man sliced her throat, killing her. While traveling on a train, Andy and others have the same nightmare where they are watching. Niall is alive despite the fatal wound. They start to track her location, as she has now become one of them, an immortal. Andy decides others will go to a safe house and try to find Copley, while she will retrieve Niall. Niall's colleagues is freaking out seeing her astonishing recovery. Officers decided to send her back for more tests. When officers come to take her away, Andy arrives there and takes them out. She also takes her out and leaves. Copley meets with pharmaceutical company executive Stephen Merrick, whose company is researching expanding human life expectancy. Copley shows the video of the ambush. He tells him to take his men to capture them and bring them to him. Andy is driving with Niall, and when she wakes, she tries to flee, but Andy just shoots her in the head. After a few minutes, she wakes up again. She tells her that she must have a lot of questions, and if she wants answers, she must come with her. They come to the plane. A Russian drug dealer is giving them a lift. She then tells about her team, but she still can't comprehend the situation. Andy goes to sleep and tells her to do the same. She wakes up handcuffed and finds Niall pointing the gun at the pilot, ordering him to land the plane. Andy tells the pilot something in Russian and shoots him. Niall is panicking as they're going to crush. Andy says to free her, as she is a pilot and can save them. After getting free, she reveals the pilot is alive. She just told him to play dead. She then takes down Niall and they fight. She hurt her badly, but it soon started to heal. She tells her she will get her answers soon. She takes her to their safe house. They all eat together when they say they are old guards fighting for centuries. When someone new gains this power, they dream of each other so they can find each other. Among them, Booker is the youngest. He used to fight beside Napoleon. Joe and Nikki, who are now lovers, met during the crusade. Andy is the oldest among them. Andy reveals that she has other comrades as well, but they have died. They are indeed immortal, but sometimes their power stops working, and they don't know when and why this happens. At night, Niall wakes up to a nightmare. She says she dreamt of a woman locked in an iron coffin under the sea. She kept drowning and then again coming back to life. They tell her it's Andy's old comrade Gwen. In the Middle Ages, they were captured on suspicion of witchcraft, and their immortality made them more sure. To break them, they put Gwen in the coffin and threw her into the sea. When Andy breaks free, she searches for her, but fails to find her. So they make sure they're never captured. Niall goes outside for some air. Andy goes behind her. Niall says she doesn't want to join them. Andy assures her that they will always protect her. Inside, they hear a blast and run to check and find that Booker's stomach is blasted, so it takes time to heal. He tells them it's Copley's men they entered, blasting him, and they may be captured, Nikki and Joe. Copley and security in charge Keen are operating the operation. He orders to capture Andy also. Andy tells them to wait here for her signal and leaves with a weapon. Soldiers are rushing in when Andy attacks them, taking them all down single-handedly. Booker, now healed, starts to pack when Andy blows a hole in the wall. They all escape from there. Joe and Nikki are being transported in a van. When they wake up, they kiss each other and soldiers try to break them. After arriving at the airport, they find all the soldiers are dead, but they are unable to break their handcuffs. Andy, with others, arrive at another safe house where she used to store her old weapons. Andy asks Booker to find Copley's location while she takes a leave. Niall and Booker are having a conversation when she says she wishes to meet with her family. But Booker says she shouldn't, as her family members grow old, but she won't. She can't even explain anything and loses them. They should consider her dead, as it is better for everyone. He also had family, and it happened to him. Andy goes to a shop to buy some bandages. While fighting, she got a scratch and it's not healing. The cashier woman helps her tend her wound. When asked why she's doing this, she tells her that she's helping her today and someday she will help someone. They are not meant to be alone. Joe and Nikki are brought in front of Merrick. Merrick lectured them that they should share their power with all of them, so Joe hit him. Merrick then stabs him with a knife to see their power. They then knock them unconscious with an injection and move them to the lab for more tests. Copley asks Merrick that they should use this power for betterment of mankind, not for profit. Merrick tells him to bring the rest of the two. In the morning, when Niall and Andy have a conversation, Booker comes and says he has found a location. Together, they go there. As Booker goes to check the parameter, Niall says she can't do this. She wants to spend time with her family. Andy understands and gives her the gun and says take the car to leave. Niall arrives at a place to dump the car when she sees that her gun is empty, which means Booker gave Andy an empty gun. Booker and Andy engage Copley when suddenly Booker shoots her from behind and restrains her. Copley says he is gathering information about them through the centuries. When his wife died, he couldn't do anything, but with their power, they can help humanity. Booker says that if Merrick can find the reason how their power works, he can also discover how they can die. He is finding himself exhausted and alone. Booker notices that she is not healing and is worried when she reveals she lost her power the previous night. Booker and Copley try to help her when Merrick, with his guards, comes there. Copley tells him that she needs medical assistance as she has lost her power. Merrick is fascinated more. He ordered his guards to knock them out. They are taking them when Copley says that if she dies during testing, then that will be murder and he will not approve this. He knocks him out and they leave. They are put into the lab with Joe and Nikki. They are surprised seeing Andy's situation. Merrick orders them to find out what caused her power to be lost. Niall finds Copley and points the gun at him. He demanded to know where Copley and Booker are. She shows her power and says she is new. Copley says they are in Merrick's lab. He says he now understands their true purpose. Throughout the century, they have saved people whose work or invention has saved countless lives. He says he will help them. He takes her to Merrick's office. He is also getting ready to fight when Niall says he can die, but she won't. So he gives her the key card and tells her where the lab is. She comes open and gets shot, but as soon as he wakes up, she takes out all the guards. She comes in front of Merrick, but the guards come there, so she has to hide. They take Merrick to a safe room. In the lab, after hearing Booker's betrayal, they are angry. Outside, they hear fighting. Niall enters the lab. The doctor tries to stab her with a syringe, so she knocks her out. She frees Andy and sees that Andy is not healing. They take out the guards who are trying to enter. They free others, even Booker, who now understands he was wrong. They go outside and knock the guards one by one. Suddenly, they get knocked out by a grenade. Booker and Niall take Andy out of there. Joe and Nikki wake up and engage with Keen. They're fighting when he shoots Nikki and runs away from there. Others are also taking fire, so Andy takes out the guard with an axe. She alone goes to knock out a guard in the corridor. Others regroup and meet her there. From the defeated guard, they know Merrick's location. Merrick has now found Andy's weapon, and with his guards, he is getting ready to fight. The guards are pointing to the door, but Joe bursts in from the window. Others also blast the door and start to take them all out. Joe smashed Keen on the floor. Boys go to find Merrick. Andy and Niall are talking when Merrick comes, pointing the gun at Andy. Andy tells Niall she wonders if he speaks Russian. Niall points her gun towards Andy, so Merrick shoots Niall. Andy goes behind him and strikes him with her weapon. As he is about to shoot Andy, Niall jumps from the building with him. They all go outside while Andy is healing. They take her out of the car. Together, they leave from there as the police come rushing to the place. They are having a meeting to determine what to do with Booker. They decided to abandon him alone for 1 year. They will meet him there after 1 year. Until then, he has to leave alone. They then visit Copley and see their own work. Andy tells him that they will spare him, but he now needs to work for them. After every mission, he has to wipe out their trace. Copley agrees. 6 months later, somewhere in Paris, drunk and depressed Booker enters his home and finds someone. It's no one but Gwen. So, it was the recap of the movie The Old Guard 2020. Check out our other videos as well.